Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the, this is going to be second instalment of this £800 Sport that I got from BCA. If you can't already remember from the previous video, it was purchased BCA 800, so out the door I think with fees just over £1,000, 1,000 I wish, 100,000 miles on the clock. And yeah, so what you're about to see is a carry-on as we get this car prepped for sale. It's taken a good few weeks ago, put it that way. So enjoy. So the biggest job is doing the Proxi Bluetooth module. I think you've probably seen enough videos now to know flashing mileage generally is Bluetooth module, and it's certainly draining the battery, which we've got on trickle charge. So going to try and do this. Got two pairs of hands, me and my dad. We're going to do it all again, like what appears to be every single Fiat 500 at this rate. Seats out, get behind here. All this trim needs to come out, well, not come out, unbolted, unscrewed, all up here, all there, everything like that. And then yeah, hopefully we can get this done before the rain starts. It's generally not really done it enough times now to do it, but also I think while they're out I'm going to give these a quick go over with a spray can as well, because that one's particularly bad. So we'll do that. Incidentally, if you're watching this in the evening, a butter paneer, plain rice, garlic naan, skin on fries, masala fries and a vegetable samosa, £27.49. And for a little shop in Slough, Sauvignon Blanc, kiwi and lime cider, mineral water, a fudge yogurt, tortilla wraps, lean beef mince, pitted olives and avocado. So yeah, and there you can see rice. That's not like louse or worms or anything, that is actually rice. So someone spilt in here. So yeah, right, just gotta get the sockets and then we can get on and get these all out. Okay, update. That bolt down there, which is notorious for being problematic, that's come straight out. So it's possible this has potentially been done before, but or certainly this part has been off. So that's good. So that's helped a lot. So just need to rivet or drill out the rivets for the Bluetooth module in there, and then yeah, we're motoring now. And I'm now re-sprayed, should we say, that side that was all, give it another coat shortly, cover up all of the rust and what's gone on there. And I'll do the same for that before it all goes back in as well. Right, while my dad is busy cleaning out the car, because underneath those seats it's pretty horrendous. This is the broken Bluetooth module. That was disconnected when we took apart the car, so there you go. That would explain why that bolt is easy to get out. So why do people disconnect them? If you don't know, and you're sort of quite new to Fiat 500s, you'll start the flushing mileage you'll probably most likely go to a dealer or an independent person, and they'll tell you it's the Bluetooth module is kaput, and then they'll give you a quote to get it repaired. Most likely you'll probably turn around and say, don't worry about it, I don't need it, it's fine, don't need Bluetooth, whatever. And they'll say, right, well, we'll just disconnect it for you. They disconnect it, and then I say, hey presto, it sorts it. It doesn't really sort it. I still think there's probably a drain. Certainly was a drain. Hopefully it's still a drain on the Bluetooth module not being plugged in rather than anything else that's causing a problem. But anyway, yeah, so new one is now plugged in. So I'm going to just connect up the laptop and get the car to search for it before you all put it back into place. But yeah, that is kaput. That will go to Paul at Love 500 for a flash, so to speak, to get that back working. And I always keep a spare one, because situations like this is really good, because you can just do a quick turnaround of a Bluetooth module if you've always got one in stock. So I'll go and find my laptop now, connect it up, and connect the battery up, and then fingers crossed everything is good. Apologies for the sun. We're going to do the Proxi alignment. So we'll turn the ignition on. We'll find out where the mouse is first. That might help. Where are you? Let's just hit F10, shall we? No? What's going on here? Bear with me. Right. We are connecting. There it is there. The telematic node. Go to adjustments. Executes the Proxi alignment. And then we're just going to rewrite the computer and the modules and the airbag, etc. One more after the airbag. That's successful. That should be it. So we'll turn that off. Now, if we put it back on, what I'll do is I'll now put the radio on. That might help.
And mostly dry across much of the UK tonight. There'll be some rain.
Right. We'll just let that run through, and then we'll hit the speaker button. Right, let's hit the speaker button. Bluetooth voice. Is she going to talk? Yeah, we're all good.
Please make a selection or say tell.
There we go. Right, it's all set up. We can shut this down. We can put everything back into place.
And all the commands available, you can say tell at any time.
So that brings us to the end of the first day with the car. Yeah, obviously it's been it's all back in place. Bluetooth is all done, as you know, it's all been connected, so we're all good in there. Everything is back in place, that is good. Done the gear gator, so that's all been clipped in with new chrome and the internal gator within the housing there. Yeah, so just gonna need to clean up on the inside. We need to put that into that hole there. Just got to take that apart ideally, and yeah, probably need to put the battery again on for a longer charge. It's going to need hours, I reckon, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we've sorted it in regards to the battery drain. We just got to keep an eye on it. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to really talk about. Mechanically, we just need to look over the fluids and stuff like that, and I now need to arrange for cam belt. So getting one of those delivered hopefully within the next day or so, and then that will get done when I'm likely to be away for work. So this is now really partly going to end up sitting up for a while, I think, until that cam belt is done. But anyway, so that is, I suppose you could say that's part one really of the car. We'll come back when we've got more work to do on it. Okay, next job is changing the latch switch. So we need to get under or in there, get that all out, unscrew from the inside, and then replace. But as you can see, this is like it's brushed. It's a brush chrome, and I did order what I thought was a brush chrome from a braking sport, and it's turned up and it's chrome. But I'll be honest, this is a cheap one. It's just going to hold me back, so I'm not going to push too much on why they've sent that. I'll be happy just to get a new one on. I don't really think, if I'm being honest, you're going to really know the difference. But it would have been nice, but for some reason these also demand more money as well. But anyway, that is the problem. So we're going to get that out, and yeah, that's another job hopefully done relatively quickly. It's only held on by a couple of screws in there, and then you just unplug that there. And it's all done very quickly, to be fair. It was the switch, so that is a very quick job that anyone can do. Yeah, probably actually just need to check those lights, make sure they're working, but the switch is working. But yeah, that's a quick and easy job for that one. Yeah, noticed that's looking very flat. Really hoping that's not a problem, but yeah, these alloys are not good at all in any way. That one isn't. I think I may have mentioned it, but you've got that one, and then you've got this one here, and it's that there. Again, not working. Not sure if I can maybe throw some money at getting these done professionally. But as you can see, it's lovely. It's nice and wet again. Typical British summer, where you're sweating 1 minute and then you're pouring down with rain the next. So yeah, but again, don't really think there's much more to do. It's a case of just checking over things now. So I think the wheels are going to come off. Just going to have a look at the brakes, make sure that the brake pads are okay. And then I can't remember again if I said, apologies if I have, but when you're trying to run a number of cars, you forget what you've done in way of content. So I've done I've not, because I would never do it. A cam belt and water pump change has been done on this. Unfortunately, whilst this was done while I was away, you see I put that on there, that's been done. Whilst I was away, it was done, and I therefore have not been able to see what the condition of the cam belt is like, and I kind of wish that would have been quite good, because 100,000 miles, it would have been nice to have seen what the condition was, and we didn't get to see that because the mechanic's taken it away with him. But hey ho, we have it done. So on a 100,000 mile car, you think you've got to be quite happy that that's been done and stamped up in the book. Right, I am pretty much resigning myself to the fact that I'm not going to be able to get one of these. I've tried and I just can't get one. I think I've seen someone sell one of these. It's extortionate, so I think I'd rather just sell it without than buy £25 worth of plastic, because yeah, like even if I was to steal that and try and sell that, no one's really going to want that without that, I wouldn't have thought. But yeah, right, what else have we got to do? Have a little think, and I'll be back. Another day on, and the weather is very different yet again. Right, so yesterday didn't feature it, but we've had a look in here, and upon taking out this to do like the earth strap, because earth straps I think really need doing on all Fiat 500s, just as a precaution. Earth strap's been done. Let me just put this up for a minute. So they've put a second earth strap down there, so that's already on, and the thermostat housing has also been changed as well, so that's good as well. So don't need to touch those. There's a few little niggly things, like this is loose, so that needs reclipping on. I think this has had a new radiator, possibly, because we've noticed that these, again, I'm not sure if you can see, it's like sellotape that sits there, and there's another bit of, it's not sellotape, it's like tape in there. Don't really know what that's for, but nothing needs sticking. So on the whole, this is relatively looked after, and as you know, the various bits that needed to be changed has been changed. We don't have to worry about that. Brake pads are fine as well, so that's all good. We've put on some rust remover, just for like, yeah, just because it needs it really. Most 500s around the 2013, well no, from 2008 to about 2014, 2015, start to show a bit of rust, but don't need to worry about the brakes. Probably going to do something with this. I think I'm going to rub that back, try and get that looking a bit better. You can probably see that maybe in shadow, so yeah. And then yeah, and then once once those wheels are sorted, then that they can go back on. Then that's all going to be done. That can all go back in, and battery goes back in, and then I think we're fairly good to go on this one. And then yeah, and just do that wing, get that wing sorted as well. So yeah, not overly, when you buy these BCA cars, you can't, you know, your sort of quick flip kind of thing, it doesn't really necessarily happen, because there's always something. I think when you do Fiat 500s a lot, there's always something which you can end up doing which maybe a mechanic wouldn't bother with. So yeah, but anyway, we are getting there with this one. We are pretty much at the end of this. Where do I stand? So yeah, been away, so haven't really managed to, well, let's start again. Haven't really needed to do much on this. It's a case of just checking over everything and maybe just like top and tailing various bits. So I don't honestly know what I've even recorded, so if some of this stuff is repeated, then I do apologise. So where are we? Right, so didn't need an earth strap. Earth strap was already in place, that's been done. Had a new battery. Okay. Had a cam belt water pump change. Done that. Got the sticker on the top there. I think that may have been broken. That's all been fixed up. Yeah. That was slightly loose. I think I may have pointed that out in the first video. That's now just been sort of just stuck there, so that's not a problem anymore. Okay, so we've had 2 new tyres and a refurbished alloy, or 2 refurbished alloys which have been done. Found a cheaper person to do it, and they come to your house and do it. These don't come with the coloured brake calipers, as you can see there. So done that, nothing else. Alright, so that was obviously all changed. Obviously needs a good clean. The aerial has been painted or sprayed, so that's all good. The gear gator is all in, that's all good. Oh right, so this was broken, so that's now been replaced as well. Oh right, although I can't see it. So when these wheels came off, the cover that covers the camshaft and the pulley under here or behind there was missing. Don't know why, but anyway, that has now been replaced behind there. The only problem is, and I for some reason thought I could. So you've got 2 in here. You've got 2 doors. You've got one here, and then you've got one down here. This one's for the fog lights, and that one's for the headlights. Now, because they're sport, these the bottom one is completely different, and they're an absolute pain. They don't do aftermarket. You've got to hunt, and they're really difficult to find. The top one, I thought, was a regular 500 one, which you can use on any, and you can pick these up for like £3. So I got 2 because we're missing both sides, but they don't fit, and they always fit. So I'm now thinking whether or not the top ones don't even are also customary as well, and as well as the bottom. So that's a bugger. It's really annoying. So I'm going to have to think about that. Anyway, so what have we got left to do? This is the, well, you can see, orbital sander. This is the last bit here. So you can see where someone's done a paint job on this. It's flaked and they've done a paint job. So my idea is, and I'll be honest, I've never done it before, it's going to be to sand this back so it's not so jagged, and then we're going to do a respray on this one. It's yeah, it's as I say, never done it, so I'm going to get on with doing that, and then I think we are good to go on this one. Wish me luck. I think it's going to be the hottest day of the year today. What is it, the 12th of August? And they were expecting like 30, 31 degrees, so, and it's not sunny at the moment. Well, I say it's not sunny, it is, but it's not like bearingly hot, so I want to get on with it and get it done. So let's start up the sander. So I've sanded it back, primed it, and then we're going to apply 695 to that and see how we get on. In the meantime, I'm going to 1500 grit this just to see what improvements we can make on the very light scratches that we've got, and then just polish it up and see if we can just generally improve this part of the car. I'm hoping, yeah, that will just generally work. So yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. Okay, the 695 paint has been sprayed. Haven't lacquered it. You can kind of just about see where there was a slight patch, but it's better. Just obviously need to lacquer it, but yeah, it's definitely better. The problem, I guess, is that you're cutting through paint, aren't you? You're cutting through paint here and here, and you're always going to have, it's actually worse on video, but it's really not that bad, to be fair. It's not the best, but then I'm not also the best at that at all. And when you're on a 102,000 mile car, you're only going to do what you can do best. I mean, from that angle it's non-existent, and from that angle you really won't see it either. But anyway, so I've just got to get some lacquer on it now. I'll probably do that, not sure when. Come back on that one. Gonna jack it up. We're gonna take the wheel off so we can slightly cut into these so that I can get the doors on. So we're gonna slightly make an adjustment there in the meantime. Right, we are going to polish it, get it back looking new with the Ryobi and the G3 liquid compound. We're going to do that side and the driver's side, and hopefully, yeah, and then we just got to then give it a good old clean. Right, so we've polished up the front wing here. That looks a lot better now, blended in quite nicely actually, that colour. So that paint's gone, and both those sides have been polished up. Still a small amount of scratches, as you can kind of see here. So yeah, could touch those up with the paint, pen maybe, but yeah, otherwise I've got out most of those scratches. So now we've just got to get on to cleaning this, because it's been sat out for a while, and you can see it's just very, very dirty. So I'll get it moved, get it onto the drive, and we'll give it a good old clean and a final check over inside and out. Right, that brings us to the end of today's video, and we are pretty much there. What's happened is the very last part of this car has taken like a week just to sort out. And basically there was one alloy wheel which I wanted to do myself, and it's taken the paint people, well, to be fair, the turnaround was really quick, but the courier that they've used won't deliver it until someone's in the house, and they keep taking it back and then coming out delivering it. No one's in, so take it back, and now it's going back to the paint company. And it's a custom paint as well to match the sport alloys, so it's not just something you can just buy off the shelf. So that is holding up me literally spraying an alloy wheel, lacquering it, getting it on, and then getting it up for sale. So there will be another final video for the cleanup and the sorting out of that alloy wheel. So thank you all for watching. Thumbs up, really appreciate it. We have hit the big, yes, we are into the big numbers now, 1,500. So keep supporting the channel. It's really appreciated, until next time, thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you all again quite soon.